ArsenalFanTV. We're still here over in New Orleans. Take a look at that view over there, right in the heart of the French Quarter. I've got Mike here from the Gooners of the USA podcast. We were doing a podcast earlier as well, so look out for that. Great podcast, Mike.
Thank you.
You're very witty, mate.
I enjoyed you being on it. Enjoyed having you guys here, to visit, kind of spread the word about what the Gooner lifestyle is here in the U.S., which kind of the goal of our podcast to begin with. But this weekend is just an example of how we do things over here.
It's been a fabulous weekend, hasn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, this is 4 days running. I usually can't take 1 day of this kind of behavior. Let's just call it that. But there's so much adrenaline and companionship going on right now, and we love the fact that you're coming back and spreading it to your platform. But
how far have you come from?
I live in Washington D.C. Came last year. It was fantastic experience. Had to come back again this year. Almost didn't make it for a couple of reasons, but I'm glad it worked out. And it just gets bigger and bigger every year. The people that put it on, the New Orleans group, just put on a great weekend.
It's brilliant. Now, listen, tell me about your tell the masses about your podcast. I've been on it a couple of times now. I was on it today. You are very funny. You are very witty. I love the joke you dropped at the end about Oxfam, but I'll leave that for people to listen to it.
Yeah,
we'll put a link in the description. But tell us about your podcast.
It started about the summer after the LA tour. My friend Andy Rhodes at Gooner in Denver came up to me and basically said, I want to do a podcast that is about the Gooner lifestyle in the U.S. It's about Arsenal, but it's not just, dry, analytical. I said, I don't know, I'm not a tactical guy. I'm just some jack. I don't know what I could say on here, but I'm just a guy who likes banter and I love Arsenal. So he said that's what I want it to be. So we started the podcast. Handful of people here, handful of people there. Kind of caught on. Got some really nice help from some other podcasts, a little bit more well known. Had talked us up a little bit, and it's just been fun. We've done probably close to 80 of them now, once a week, and it's great. And the people we've met, been able to hang out and talk to you and troops today, and just have a good time on for an hour and 20 minutes.
And you do it on a regular basis.
Yeah, every week. We distribute it on iTunes, on Stitcher. You can go to the website goonersinusa.com. I maintain a pretty regular presence on Twitter for the pod, and just trying to have a laugh. Basically, that's all it's about.
Now listen. Everybody's been talking about today is all about Aubameyang. Pierre-Emerick-Aubameyang. Is it going to happen? Isn't it going to happen? Now, you know what? Actually, I'm going to do a little good deal, bad deal quiz, right? So, Pierre-Emerick-Aubameyang, if we get it done, good deal or bad deal?
Oh, it's a fantastic deal. I've been salivating over this guy for 3 years now. And, he doesn't come here without baggage. No player of his stature, is going to be too clean of a transfer. And, have we replaced the distraction of Alexis with a different distraction? I don't think so. I think it needs to happen. I don't really care where he slots in. I just think you add quality to your team like that. As long as he's welcomed and embraced by his teammates, I think it makes us dramatically better. And I hope it happens.
Alexis Sanchez to Manchester United. Good deal, bad deal?
Fantastic deal. And I didn't think we could have screwed it up any worse than we did this summer. I think it really kind of, having him sticking around, undermined the first half of our season. I think it ruined the team morale. So better to get rid of that, in my eyes, now than over the summer, where it could really leave us hanging and have nothing to show for it. Mkhitaryan, I can't wait to see what we have.
Good deal, bad deal, Henrik Mkhitaryan.
It's a great deal. I mean, we bought Henrik Mkhitaryan for about £30 million. We weren't going to get more than that for Sanchez. We might have gotten less than that for Sanchez, and now we have Mkhitaryan on board where he might have cost 50 or 60 over the summer. Fantastic deal. It's rare to say that, but
Johnny Evans, good deal, bad deal?
Is this before or after the hamstring injury?
Let's assume no hamstring injury and it was to get done. Good deal or bad deal?
If it's 20, 25 and he's fit and can put in 2 or 3 good years for us, I think that's a good deal. I mean, you know, with defenders costing 50, 60 million pounds these days, unproven, coming over from the continent, not even having Premier League experience, Mangala and all those guys coming over, you know, if you can spend 20 and get a guy, we paid 35 for Mustafi. If we can get a guy who has Premier League experience and knows what he's doing, you know, I think the right moves are being made.
So, yeah, I was going to say, so all in all, if all of these deals come through, you'll be a very happy man.
I will. I mean, you know, you can only deal with what's in front of you. There's no sense in looking back at the last 4 months or the last 12 years or whatever you want to call it. I mean, I think we will end up January stronger than we went in, and I didn't see that coming. I did not see that coming at all.
All right, so once again, your podcast, tell them about it.
It's Gooners in the USA. The Twitter handle is @GoonersInUSA. Just a couple guys and a different guest every week, just bantering about the club that they love and trying to have a good time, and don't take anything too seriously. So please don't take us too seriously. It's been great to hang out with you.
Brilliant.